realize they set it all up. Same folks that didn't want you to cross that bridge, that didn't want you to vote, didn't want you to be them. Same one smiling in your face, tag you on the back. And had you to pay them just so you could party on this street today and break the Sabbath. We have no idea what's going on, nor do we want to hear it. Right there. What is this music teaching us? What we eat now, how is that healing us? What is it teaching us? What change gonna be made? We go get their education, we go to their school, we go and work for them. What's changed for us in the last 59 years? Since they went across their what has changed? The same folks that walk across their bridge will be disgusted today. The same ones who thought they were fighting for a real cause will be disgusted to be out here right now. And the thing is, our elders don't even give a damn. They don't care.
How y'all feeling out there, black people?
We're not black, we Israelites.
This is the third intergenerational hip-hop.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 1 and verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib, but Israel doth not know.
The Lord said, Israel, his people, his chosen people, the same ones that had to struggle walking across that bridge just for a right to vote, don't even know who they are, nor who they belong to, or why the things happen that happen. We have no idea. We say it's because of the color of our skin. The color of our skin, huh? It's bigger than that. Everywhere you go in the world, you say it's about the color of your skin. It's because you are chosen. You are God's chosen people. The Israelites. You're not a color. You're God's greatest creation. One of them. Think about that. But you consider yourself to be black and American. Don't even know what the terms mean. Read on.
The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib, but Israel doth not know. My people doth not consider.
He said my people, not all people. He said my people, Israel. They don't even consider where they come from. We don't consider anything.
We celebrate our people every day.
We consider not what's going on right now. We think that this is a good cause right now. We think it's a good cause. It's not teaching us to keep our houses together. It's not teaching a man to be a father, to raise his kids. It's not teaching a woman to be submissive to her husband. It's not teaching a man to be a man or a woman to be a woman. This ain't teaching that. This say come out here and have a good time and then go right back into oppression the next day. This is what this teaching us. And they allow it to happen only because it continues their system. We ain't telling you to make change. It's to continue the same cycle. Stand in line and vote for your oppressor. The Bible says don't even vote for nobody of another nation to rule over you. But we don't know these things because we don't read. We read whatever they put in front of us, but what's actually for us, we don't read. Let me get that in Deuteronomy 17 about voting. They said they gave their lives to this. They gave their life for us to vote for oppression. What does the Bible say? We all go to church. What does it say? We're going to bring that out right quick. Bring it out.
Deuteronomy chapter 17, verse 15. Now, so like, verse 14, when thou art coming to the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee, and shall possess it, and shall dwell therein, and shall say, I will set a king over me, a president, like as all the nations that are about me.
Just like the other nations, rather than having the Most High rule over us, we want the other nations, we want to be just like them. We want their education, we want their degrees, we want to live in their neighborhood, we want to make the money that they make. But us, we don't know how to come together because they destroyed us, but we don't.
Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom the Lord thy God shall choose. One from among thy brethren, your people, shalt thou set king over thee. Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee.
Thou mayest what?
Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee.
You shouldn't set a stranger over us. We standing in line, rain, sleet, or snow to vote for somebody who's gonna do nothing but oppress us and lie to us. And lie to us. The same folks we voted for ain't gave us nothing. Not one damn thing. Can't nobody out here name anything that they have done for us. Not one thing. They destroyed your neighborhoods. They destroyed your households. They took everything that was good from you and replaced it with poison. They gave you the worst grocery stores, number of fried food in your neighborhood, drugs and alcohol. They turned you against each other, and you love them more than you love your own people. Think about it. Think about what's going on right now. We have been taught to hate ourselves and love it. How is that possible? The same thing that we go buy and wear and put in our head, you ain't gonna see the other nations who's selling it to us wearing it. They're not gonna do that, but we don't care. Why are we not hearing this? Why don't we really want change? Or we just want an experience? They don't want to hear change. It is what it is. The Lord told us to come out here and give you this word regardless. So that's what we're going to do. Give me that in Isaiah 58:1. Isaiah 58:1.
Yeah, come on now. We in Selma. Do you know the importance of this moment? Let's make some
John 17:17.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 58, verse 1. Cry aloud. Whip, cry aloud. Cry aloud. Spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet.
The Lord told us to cry aloud and spare not your feelings. Because our feelings didn't get us in a situation with you. Our feelings didn't get them with them horses and them whips and them dogs on us on the other side of that bridge. Our feelings didn't do that. The Lord did that. Why? Because we broke his commandments. It ain't got nothing to do with our skin color. It's because we are God's chosen people and we kept breaking his commandments. And he said the moment that we broke his commandments, that what? He would curse us as a nation of people. Why don't we know this? The same principle that goes on in your own household. When you don't listen to the parents as a child, you get punished. And the only way to get back in the good graces with your parents is by doing what you're supposed to be doing. So why don't we know these things? Read that again, King.
Cry aloud. Spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet.
The Lord said, lift up thy voice like a trumpet. To do what?
And show my people their transgression.
And show my people their transgression, where they going off at. Not to tell them to continue on the wickedness, but to show them where they going off. Because the fathers ain't doing it, the mothers ain't doing it, the churches, the pastors ain't doing it. So the Lord sent the prophets out to the highways and byways in the midst of all this wickedness to tell you where you going the hell off. Read.
Cry aloud. Spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sin.
And to show his people, the house of Jacob, who is Israel, their sins. You ask the average Israelite, what's sin? They don't even know what sin is. They don't even know what it is. Nor do they want to have it pointed out to them. Give me Hosea 5:15. No, 4:1, excuse me. Bring it up.
Book of John, chapter 17, verse 17. Sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth.
The Lord say,
Sanctify them through thy truth.
the Lord says, sanctify them. Clean them up. Clean them up with the truth, with the word. With something that they need to know. Not what they want to hear, what they going to twerk and dance to. Give them something they want to hear, what they need to hear. Read it again.
Sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth.
All right, word is the truth. Not what your enemy put in front of you. His word is the truth. His word is the only thing that wakes you up every day. That protects you. Read all, King.
Book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 1. Hear the word of the Lord, you children of Israel. For the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land.
The Lord said he got a controversy. He got a problem with the inhabitants of the land. Why?
For the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth.
There is no what?
There is no truth.
There is what?
There is no truth.
There is no truth. My people don't even know who they are, what they were put on this planet for. They don't know what they're supposed to be doing. The mindset of the average black, Hispanic, and Native American is just go get money. Go to school, learn to be a good boy and girl, so you can do what? Go to their jobs and make them rich. See that? Learn to be good boys and girls. To graduate, to go be a damn employee. They ain't teaching you to take over this world and rule it like you supposed to. You want to be on the bottom. You want your kids struggling. You want to live in lies. You know?
But the Lord has a controversy with the inhabitants of the land because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of God in the land.
Ain't no truth, ain't no mercy, and no knowledge of God. You think God is a white man. The same one that was beating, raping, and robbing your people is the same one that didn't want you to cross that bridge to live in their community. But yet and still, you got them in the mix of your celebration, your memorials. They in the mix of it. You shaking their hand, patting them on the back. You happy for it. Let me get Isaiah 30 and 12. Isaiah 12, 30 and 12.
We are African. You got them
30 and 12.
See, there are few, but we got
Chapter 30 and verse 12. Therefore, thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word.
Let's go straight into it.
Because ye despise this word.
Because we despise the word of the Most High God. Yahweh by Shimei Abishai, read.
And trust in oppression, you do what? Trust in oppression, you do what? Trust in oppression.
Trust in oppression. We trust that if we stand in line and vote, that something's going to be given to us that's going to benefit us as a nation. Ain't nothing changed. Ain't nothing changed. And you know it. And still we're going to line up, rain, sleet, and snow to vote for lives. The Lord said because we trust in oppression. This is what happens after that. Go ahead. Hosea 4 and 6.
Look at Hosea chapter 4 verse 6. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Say what? My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge.
The Lord said his people, the Israelites, the so-called black man, Hispanic man, Native American man, the Israelite, is destroyed for a lack of knowledge. This is how they confuse us. You don't think your enemy has studied how to manipulate you? You don't think that they showed you what they think about you in the movie Clone and Tyrone? They showed you in that movie how they study you. Jamie Foxx put that out there as a wake-up call for those who don't want to open the Bible and read it. He put it out there on the big screen for you to see how they studying you constantly, showing what they doing to you, manipulating you constantly. We don't own any science labs, so who you think studying how the music affects the people? Your enemy. They figured out by putting repetition in the song, it's gonna make you do what you listen to. That's why when you turn on their music doesn't degrade each other. They don't tell each other to kill each other. They don't tell each other to sleep with each other's wives and husbands. They sing songs about love and uplifting. We talk about songs that destroy our nation because your enemy tells you what to do. Your enemy knows because he studies you. He knows what makes you tick, but you don't. You know you're great at everything, but your enemy controlling you. He got you putting that ball in the hoop. He got you running that ball for touchdowns. Your enemy got you entertaining him and making money out for you. The Lord said, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Read on.
Job chapter 24 verse 14. The murderer rising with the light killeth the poor and needy, and in the night is as a thief.
A murderer, your enemy. He in the midst. He always in the mix. He always got his hand in there. Blending and twisting and mixing and mingling. He always in the mix. He know when he's coming out because he stops and he stares and he wonders when. Is he coming from? Why? How do they know these things? How dare they stand up and tell the truth about what I'm doing? The murderer is in the mix and he steals as a thief, letting you know what's going on. Think about what's going on. Think about it. Why did those things happen? Why do they happen? Why is this image in everybody's head? Nobody knows, nobody cares. Same enemy that's in the mixer trying to hand you something to get you detoured. They know how to manipulate you. That's why they end up running the world right now. We're no special than you. We're no better than our own brothers and sisters. We just know exactly what's going on, and we're here to give you the good news. That's what the gospel is about. Exposing these damn devils for who they are. Exposing them. It's the reason why they didn't want you to come across that bridge. See that?
That's what it is. Dream big.
We need real knowledge. The Lord said, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. We have no unity. We have nothing. We ain't got our own money, no military, no economic might. We spend it and keep their economy going. But what about ours? Think about it. The only way we can make money is off ourselves. We can't make money off them. Now, why is that? We open business, we can only sell to our own people. You selling houses, you selling cars, guess who? The only people that's going to buy it? Your own people. We can only make money off ourselves. But when the last time you seen the Chinese man buying from us? The Arab man buying from us? Japanese man, they don't buy from us. See that? Our people don't know what's going on. We blinded to what's going on. Bring it out, King.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 22 and verse 13. Woe to him that buildeth his house by unrighteousness.
Woe to him that build his house by unrighteousness.
And his chambers by word, that uses his neighbor's service without wages, and giveth him not for his work.
Is that not what's going on? Is that what's going on? They don't want to hear it. They want to hear wicked music. They don't want to hear truth, though. Truth of the matter is, we on the bottom for a reason. We on the bottom for breaking God's commandments as a nation of people. That's the truth of the matter. We go through the hardships, the tragedies, the atrocities as a nation of people. We were put on the bottom of slave ships because we didn't keep his commandments. You looking for something weird answer or something that just fall out the sky, you want to blame it on the color of your skin. It's all because you Israelite and you didn't keep his commandments. That's the bottom line. The same way you treat your own children when they don't keep the commandments is the same way the Lord is doing us. Your child will only be in good graces with you when they turn around and start doing what's required. Otherwise, they're going to be getting punished all the time. And you as the parent going to be looking at them all the time, shaking your head. And that's exactly what's going on. Give me Hosea 5:15. It's that simple. It's not rocket science, as they say. It's simple as to what's going on out here. Bring it out.
Book of Hosea, chapter 5, verse 15. I will go and return to my place. The Lord said, I will go and return to my place.
He's going to go back to his place. When?
Till they acknowledge their offense.
Until they, meaning us, his children, acknowledge their offense.
And seek my face. And their affliction.
And what?
And their affliction.
And what?
Their affliction.
And their punishment. What?
They will seek me early.
When we sick, don't know what to do. We on our knees. Now we want to come to the Most High. We can't pay our rent. Now we want to come to the Most High. So-and-so got shot, stabbed. Now we want to come to the Most High. Only time we want to thank him is when we got a meal or a plate in front of our face. You don't wake up in the morning and give praise to the Most High for waking you up. You don't even thank him for having a family, for having your kids that you're trying to give the world to. Instead of teaching them, you're trying to give them everything, thinking that's going to raise them. The Lord ain't looking for that. Your child ain't looking for that. They looking for you to be obedient and follow the Lord and teach them. It's like he's looking at us, waiting on us to teach them who they are, what they supposed to be doing. How to avoid being shot, gunned down. How to avoid being locked in the prison. This is what we want to focus on. This ain't teaching us nothing. We stand around like we don't know what's going on. We like damn zombies. The damn fly, or what is it, the moth or the mosquito to the damn blue light. You know what I'm saying? Just following the music, just follow. They know that. Follow the blue light. That's what's going on. We can't hear. We have been blinded. Let me get there, Isaiah 30 and 10 right here. I'm going to show you that the Lord put us to sleep. That's why we got to come out here and wake our brothers and sisters up. When you read the Bible, you tell them you constantly to wake up, wake up, wake up. Why? because we've been put to sleep for our disobedience. Bring it out.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 30, verse 10, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits.
That's what I'm saying. Rewind it. I can't rush into that. What we doing? That's what I'm saying. What we doing? Hey, Selma, I gotta say.
Isaiah chapter 29, verse 10. For the Lord hath poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep.
The Lord did what?
For the Lord hath poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep.
See that? That's biblical. The Lord has poured out the spirit of deep sleep on us. We don't know that we sleep. We think we awake. That's why everybody talking about I'm woke right now. I'm woke right now. You woke to what? Knowing that you was done wrong? Okay, we all know that. We've been saying that all our lives. The Lord closed your eyes where you don't even realize who you are. He has stripped you of your heritage, stripped you of your land, your language, everything that we stood for as a nation of people. The Lord has stripped it away from us. Think about that. Read that one more time, King.
For the Lord hath poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep, and hath closed your eyes, the prophet and the rulers, the seer hath covered. Verse 11, and the vision of all is become unto you as the words of a book that is sealed, which men deliver to one that is learned, saying, read this, I pray thee.
So he didn't close our eyes where even the pastors who sit in these churches, in these big mega churches, they can't even break down the book. They'll say something like Revelation is sealed. All you got to do is keep the commandments in order to be able to unlock the mystery. That's what you get when you read the Bible. You're not going to be able to open it and read it straight left to right, top to bottom, like a damn novel, and get the understanding. That's not how the Lord set it up. He said you got to keep his commandments to get a good understanding. That's a prerequisite. Just like you take them courses in school to get your degree, you got to do these certain things in order to unlock the Bible, the mystery, because this book is a book of mystery. You ain't going to go out there and do what you want to do and then think you're going to understand the Bible. He got a guideline for you to follow. Instructions. Read on.
And he said, I cannot, for it is sealed. Verse 12, and the book is delivered to him that is not learned, saying, read this, I pray thee. And he said, I have not learned.
Jump to 10. Jump to 10. 30 and 10.
Book of Isaiah chapter 30, verse 10, which say to the seers, see not.
Now this is what's happening now. We got the book open right now, and our people saying, hey, close that book up. We want to listen to the music. Even though we done heard this 100 times, we want to hear that. Program.
We say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not, and
Prophesy not. That's what they saying right there. Go ahead.
prophesy not unto us right things. Speak unto us smooth things.
Speak unto us what?
Speak unto us smooth things.
Put your blessing, put your money in the plate to get a blessing. That's the smooth thing. You want somebody to tell you about prosperity. The Lord tell you the only way to be prosperous is to keep his commandments. But we follow what? The ways of this world and the things that are taught to us through the TV. We think about putting money, they got our enemy's face on it. We think about putting money in the plate, that's going to bless us. That ain't blessed us yet, and it ain't going to bless us in the future. Read on.
Verse 10, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things.
Speak unto us smooth things. Go ahead.
Prophesy deceits.
Prophesy deceits. Tell us that the commandments of God are done away with. Tell us that we got to love everybody. Tell us that price or color doesn't matter. Or everybody bleeds red. You can love whoever love is blind. Tell us smooth things. Prophesy deceits. That's what this world teaches us. That ain't what God is about. He's about segregation, separation. Think about this. He separated us from the Egyptians. He separated and saved us from the Egyptians. Why? He didn't save everybody. Because it was only one nation of people that needed saving. We were the only ones crying out to him. The Egyptians wasn't crying out to him. We were. Why? Because we were being oppressed. Just like we being oppressed here. But the problem is here, we don't know who we are. In Egypt, our people knew exactly who they were. They were unified, working together. That's why when Moses seen the other nations attacking our brother, what did he do? He put them to death. That's what he did. And the next time he tried to stand up for his brothers and sisters, they called him out saying, who you think you is? We seen who you killed. That's why he got out of Egypt. He fled to Midian, trying to stand up for his people. Think about that. Our people have no unity. Moses knew about unity. Our forefathers knew about unity. That's why the Lord tells us in Zephaniah 2:1 to gather ourselves together. Not just for a celebration or a memorial. We need to be gathering ourselves together at all times, day in and day out. It shouldn't be no murder. It shouldn't be no way for another nation to murder us and get away with it. We shouldn't be allowing different presidents to come down here as if their presence makes a difference. They ain't doing nothing but securing a vote. That's all they want. They ain't making sure that we straight. They securing their vote to stay in office. That's all it is. When we gonna make change? When we gonna make change? What the Lord is commanding. Wake up. Let me get that in Isaiah 52:1. And let me get it again in the New Testament for those who say you only read out the Old Testament. Let's go to Romans 13:11. Romans 13:11. Give them truth. Sanctify them with truth. His word is the truth. Bring it up.
Isaiah chapter 52 and verse 1. Awake, awake. What the Lord say? Awake, awake. Wake up. Wake up, my people. Read. Put on thy beautiful slut. Awake, awake. Put on thy strength, O Zion.
Put on your strength. Unity is part of that strength. Come together. Put on your strength. Put on these commandments. That's our strength. When we do what the Lord tells us to do, that's when he fights for us rather than against us. But we don't know these things because it ain't being taught. And who you think set that up? Your enemies. Your enemies. The Lord said, I'm going to deliver you into the hand of your enemy when we reject his commandments, when we despise his laws, statutes, and judgments. He will deliver us into the hand of our enemies. Let me get that in Leviticus 26:17, just to prove to him. And we ain't making this up. We wouldn't be out here for that. We out here to deliver our folks, to wake them up, to get the blood off our hands. Because if we know who we are and what we're supposed to be doing, and we don't give y'all truth, blood is on our hands. But since we know we doing our job, and you reject it, it's on you. You got that? Let me get that Leviticus 26:17.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 26, and verse 17. And I will set my face against you, and ye shall be slain before your enemies. And the Lord said, and ye shall be slain before your enemies.
Ye shall be slain before your enemies. Because we reject his commandments. We reject who we are as a nation of people. We want to be African American, don't even know what it means. We want to be black, don't even know what it means. We want to be Negro, don't even know what it means. But the Lord gave you a name, and it means something, and yet and still we reject it. That's why we get punished. That's why that happened when we tried to cross that bridge. That's why we got brought over here in the first place. Because we did what we thought was right. We leaned on our own understanding. We didn't trust in the Lord. We trust in white supremacy. We trust in white Jesus. We trust in what your enemy has taught you. They know it not to be true. Why don't we? They know it was a strategy, a plot to keep us on the bottom, to keep us dumbed down. They know. Why don't we? Why is it so hard for us to accept truth? The Lord said, sanctify my people, give them truth. Give them the things that they scared to talk about in the church. Tell it to them on the street, because they ain't going to tell you this in the church. You know it and I know it. You're going to go in that church and pay to be lied to. That's why they will never come outside and talk to you. The Lord said, your teachers, you will see with your own eyes. They going to be telling you. Matter of fact, I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to let the Bible talk. Bring that out of Isaiah 30 and 20. I'm going to let the Bible talk, because our word don't mean nothing. Let every word of man be a lie, but the word of God is truth. He's going to show you Isaiah 30 and 20.
Isaiah chapter 30 verse 20. And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore.
Your teachers ain't going to be in no building. The teachers going to be right here in your face where you can see them. Read.
But thine eyes shall see thy teachers.
What?
But thine eyes shall see thy teachers.
But your eyes will see thy teachers. Read.
And thine ears shall hear a word behind thee.
Your ears gonna hear that word behind you saying what?
Saying, this is the way.
This is the way. Read.
Walk ye in it.
Walk ye in it. The word is behind you telling you this is the way. Walk ye in it. Repent. Come back to who you truly are. You're not African American. That's a name, a term that was coined in the 80s. What were we before then? Since we all calling ourselves African American, what were we before the 80s? Before the 70s, the 60s, before the 1900s? What were we? Before we got in them slave ships, what were we called? This is what we got to think about. Your enemy knows who you are. That's why they trying so hard to keep you blinded and dumbed down. That's why they hitting them science labs to come up with more plans to keep you out of your mind, bugged out, where your body constantly breaking down, selling you poison, feeding you poison, teaching you poison. But you think it's something that you what they say, today we living better than back then. No, you're not. Your people are not unified. You eat destructive foods. They creating GMO foods for you. You know nothing about who you are. You fight, scratch and claw to go be lied to be put in their schools. They put you behind enemy lines. And got you gunning each other down, and all you can do is shake your head and say, them kids, that generation. And at the same time, you adults ain't making no effort to make change. You're not teaching them. You letting them rule you. Think about that. You letting your child rule over you. You asking them, what are we going to do today? You asking them, what is going to take for me to make you happy? You trying to please the child. Child running the parents these days. And you wonder why society is how it is. Think about that. Read on.
Verse 21. And thine eyes shall hear a word behind thee, saying, this is the way. Walk ye in it. When you turn to the right hand, and when you turn to the left. Ye shall defile also the covering of thy graven images of silver, and of the ornament of thy molten images of gold.
That's good. So the Lord saying you ain't gonna go to no buildings to see your teachers. The teacher's gonna be right there where your eyes can see him. We ain't charging you nothing. We don't want your money. The money ain't gonna change our situation. We out here, we ain't on captivity, we ain't on oppression with you. Serving our enemies because of the sins of our forefathers. That's why the scriptures say we have done worse than our fathers. We don't even know who we are. We out here killing each other, gunning each other down, filling the prison system. We don't know how to do nothing. To do right, to do good, we have no knowledge, but we wise to do evil. Set each other up to rob each other. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got no, no guts. What they say, no gumption. No gumption. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna stand up and fight for nothing that's righteous. We'll let wickedness continue on. You know what I'm saying? You got a man up there dressed like a woman twerking. Ain't nobody said nothing. Nobody said nothing, and he up there doing it proudly. What kind of influence is he gonna spread to the other kids? But you want to be blessed. You see that? Yeah. Like the brother said, I'm with you when you're right. A whole 6'6" man up there twerking. Nobody say nothing. They just turn the other head. Turn the cheek. Turn the blind eye. That's why society is the way it is right now. It ain't about feelings. The Lord says, lift up thy voice, cry out, spare not. We ain't sparing your feelings. It ain't about feelings. It's about us giving you truth. You know it to be right. What kind of society we gonna have 10, 15 years from now? If you let this, what else you gonna have going on? You don't care. Like I precept. Yeah, give me that Romans 13:11.
The book of Romans, chapter 13 and verse 11. And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
The Lord say,
now is high time to awake out of sleep.
Now is high time to wake out of sleep. That's in the Old Testament. It's in the New Testament. Several times throughout the Bible, the Lord is saying, wake up. Stop being blinded to what's going on and wake the hell up. Read.
For now is your salvation nearer than when we believe.
See that your salvation is on the way. And you can't be saved right now because the Lord said you will be saved from the hand of your enemy. That's in the New Testament. I'm going to show you that as well. Give me that in Luke right quick.